What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back for another movie review, and today we are going to be talking about Triple Frontier. Now, if you guys don't want to be spoiled on this movie, go ahead and check it out. It's on Netflix right now. Well, it's streaming on Netflix. It's a Netflix movie. Uh, I watched it on another platform. I watched it on Putlocker. So, uh, first off, let me say that this movie was actually surprising a lot more than what I thought it was going to be. It stars Charlie Hunnam, stars Ben Affleck, Garrett Hedlund, and many other actors. Now, honestly, this with this movie, I was going into it like, okay, let's try it, let's see how it's going to go because on the story, it is based on. I think it's based on a true story. I'm not sure if it's. I think it's based on a true story, but you guys can't quote me on that. It's basically about five uh, spec ops soldiers that reunite to go down to South America to take down a drug lord, but instead of doing it way the correct way, they basically go down there with only themselves, nobody else knowing about it, and they kill him as well as take the money and then just go. But there's also a lot of issues along the way. Now, when I saw I had Ben Affleck in there, if you guys already know, I'm not a huge Affleck fan, but I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and give this movie the benefit of the doubt. Uh, it was actually surprisingly very an interesting movie. I think he did well in this movie. I think this was more his fit. um, Something that I was actually enjoying, even though he was in there. And I'm going, okay, well, let's see, because he's basically, you see a lot of different things that they do put in there that goes within men, women of our military. They come back, they try to get adjusted to normal life again, and they cannot do that due to, issues with their spouses, bills, PTSD, just so many different things. Because you have Ben Affleck with his character, he's got two mortgages, his wife and him split up. He's trying to take care of kids. He's trying to sell condos. He's not good at that. Then you got John Humm's character, where he is giving speeches to, I guess, newly soldiers that just got in and letting them know what he's been through. And you got Garrett Hedlund's character where he's fighting for money, and you got two other characters that's going through hell. And one of the main characters that you see where he comes from South America, letting his former teammates know about this, where it's going to go supposedly very smoothly. And throughout the entire movie, it's like, okay, are they actually going to do this? Because there's a lot of back and forth. Okay, should we do this? Because there's a part in the movie where it said, like, okay, if we do this, we all know that this is a crime. This is a federal crime. And there's a scene where Ben Affleck states where he says that everyone knows that we don't have the flag on our shoulder. This is not corrected by any means, and no amount of bullshit we tell ourselves is going to change that. And they do state every one of them know what they're getting into. That if they get caught, if they get killed or hurt, that this is on them. This is on every single one of them. They only can get what they carry. And when they finally do attack the mansion that's deep in the jungle of South America, they do have someone that she's able to get in there, which is an informant of one of the characters. And the only reason why she's helping is to get her brother out of there. So we do have where they go through that, but the thing of it is, which is again human nature, they go through the house, they sweep it, and they find, okay, there's not the safe. Okay, they got set up, and then they soon realize that the house is the safe. So they start loading up the trucks, and unfortunately, again, like any human being, greed sets in because they leave there with $250 million in cash, and they load it up into two trucks, and they get into the bags. So technically, there's parts of the movie where they start losing more money, and I'll get to that here in a second. They First off, they try to make it out, and they get to the airstrip, but Charlie Hunnam does get shot after they soon realize it was the boss that was keeping the money. He was alive. They kill him. They leave. They get the girl and her brother, and they finally leave. And they give her money. They also give the another pilot that they're going to give to his own money, as well as trying to get everything in the the helicopter, but unfortunately they're not able to get everything in the helicopter because of the amount of weight that it can carry. So they try to carry it. They drop her off, the female, as well as her brother. They tell her to go to Sydney, Australia, to not, use the money very quickly, as well as also to watch out for everyone. If they stay in South America, they will kill you. And she says this is not just one person's money, these are multiple, so they have other people going after them. And when they try to go through the mountains and it does not work because they have to let go of more money, and then also they lose incredibly more after they have to drop off the load because they can't go over the mountains. They get into a helicopter crash. They crash in some farmlands. They have an issue with the residents there. Unfortunately, they kill some of the residents, and then they pay them off, basically stating, we're sorry, they came after us, this is for the families, this is for them. So they gave them about 2 million, and after they leave, they go through using mules to carry it through the mountains, and then one of the mules unfortunately goes over a cliff, so that's more money lost. And then you see Garrett Hellen's character where he just burns the money, parts of his money, that way they can keep warm within the harsh mountain cold rain. And then we also get to see where after that they get shot at by two apparently locals that was from that village. Ben Affleck's character does die from the kid of, I guess, the parent that he did kill after it did look like they were going to get attacked in the village. So Ben Affleck's character does die within the movie. And then we also get to go through the rest of the movie where they're trying to carry him back. They're trying to carry the money. And the remainder of the rest of this movie, they're going through, okay, what's more important, bringing him home or the money, or what are we going to do? And then they go to where they're going to meet up their contact to get them away into the Pacific. And there's a lot of teenagers there with guns. It's a short little like mini army, and they're like, okay, what do we do? Do we go around them? Do we hunt them down? And they make the decision of, we can't do this. We got to get him home. That's what's more important. Basically, whatever you have in your backpacks, put the rest of the money in, and we're getting rid of the rest. So they pretty much bury the rest of the money in a canyon, and the snow's going to cover it, and nobody's going to find the money ever again. And then once they go through this mini army, and their brotherhood and their humanity really kicks in at this last moment. Like, okay, we know we signed up for this, but that's not what this is about anymore. And they finally get through, and at the very last end of the movie, they give up the money, all shares of the money, to families in need, especially Ben Affleck's character's family, and basically state that they can have it. And that's pretty much the rest of the movie. And I'm sitting there going, it sucks that they did not leave without no money, but at the same time, they realized that the money was less important in the end. It was basically, okay, we got greedy, and then we got what we deserved. We lost a brother. We went through hell. We kept losing money, and now we have no money to even get in with. And that is pretty much the lesson that was shown, that a lot of greed as well as brotherhood and humanity was in this movie. And I gotta say, it was a good movie. Was it my favorite? No, it was not, but it was still a decent film to watch. If you guys are fans of any of these actors, if you guys are a fan of any kind of military movie, I do recommend you guys watch this and give it a shot. It was more drama. It was more of a, if you can see all sides kind of perspective. If you guys like that kind of thing, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really decent film. Out of 1 out of 10, I give it maybe an 8. There was things about it I was like, okay, let's move on. But other than that, it was a decent, satisfied film. I do recommend you guys watch it. If you guys also are new to the channel, go ahead and consider about subscribing if you like. Also, follow my links down just below for my social media links if you guys want to give me a follow there. Let me know if you saw the movie. If you did, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Did you hate it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? If so, let me know why on all aspects. What was your favorite part of the movie, and what exactly did you least hate about the movie? What did you like most about the movie? So again, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below, and I'll be seeing you guys on the very next video.